Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Muli ako si Emmanuel O. Alejandre. Ito ang aking daily devotion ngayong May 19. And for today, we are going to talk about generational success or problem. And this is about Hazael. Now, before I would like to explain to you, I would gladly read the 2nd of Chronicles, chapter 22, verses 1 to 3. And it says here, "And the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah, his youngest son, king in his place. For the band of men that came with the Arabians to the camp had killed all the older sons. So Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, reigned. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri, and he also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor in doing wickedly." So, bakit na-include si Ahab dito? Well, simple. Bago tayo mag-talk about our teachings, anuhin muna natin yung family tree ni Ahaziah. So, si Ahaziah, anak siya ni Jehoram at ni Athaliah. Now, si Athaliah naman, anak ni Ahab at ni Jezebel. Si Ahab was known as one of the most, if not the most, cruel and vicious king. And yung kanyang asawa na si Jezebel is also known for being wicked. So, of course, si Ahab, tapos si Jezebel, yung anak nilang si Athaliah, meron ding wickedness sa puso. Kasi nagkaroon ng ganong upbringing, di ba? So, yung wickedness na yon napasa niya kay Jehoram at napasa niya rin kay Ahaziah. So, ganun yung slippery slope na kapag yung predecessor ay mababa, or baguhin natin yung adjective. Kapag yung predecessor, kapag yung ninuno ay masama, malaki yung chance ang magiging masama ka din. Now, of course, that's not 100%. You're your own person. Pero we cannot ignore that there is definitely an influence of those that are before us, no? Yung mga ninuto natin, alam natin na nakaka-influence sila sa atin, kahit na gustuhin man natin o hindi. So, that is why a grandfather's decision can become the grandson's downfall. Now, sino ba yung grandfather na tinutukoy dito? Si Ahab ba? Yes. Yes. Dahil sa kasamaang ginawa ni Ahab, na-impluwensyahan yung kanyang apo. But aside from Ahab, another one that is being pertained by this teaching is Jehoshaphat. Now, paano napunta si Jehoshaphat dito? Well, of course, si Ahaziah ay tatay niya si Jehoram. Si Jehoram, tatay niya si Jehoshaphat. Si Jehoshaphat, tatay niya si Asa. Ngayon, si Asa at si Jehoshaphat kilala bilang mabubuting hari, mga haring gumawa ng kabutihan sa paningin ng Panginoon. But here's the thing, even if they were good kings, they still made fatal wrong decisions. And one of those is Jehoshaphat helping Ahab when Ahab was struggling. Ngayon, bakit ito mali? Hindi ba tumulong siya? Well, here's the thing, he became an ally of someone that does wicked and also is being punished by God. So yung punishment ng ating Panginoon, hindi po dapat natin ito pigilan. That is justice being enacted. And that is something that should not be considered as wrong. It is rightful because it is a consequence. Hindi naman gagawin ng Panginoon yun. Hindi naman paparusahan ng Panginoon si Ahab kung si Ahab sumunod at kung si Ahab ay mabuti. Nangyayari yun kay Ahab dahil siya ay masamang tao. And that is his punishment. Therefore, nung nag-intervene si Jehoshaphat para tulungan siya, well, nagkaroon na slippery slope. Si Jehoram, pinangasawa, si Athaliah, nagkaroon ng maling paghahari, naging wicked si Jehoram, tapos, in turn, naging wicked din si Ahaziah. So, a decision can cause generational success or problem. And in this case, it causes generational problem. Kasi, yung generation before them were bad, therefore they were also influenced to be bad as well. Wicked even. And ganun din po sa buhay natin actually. Speaking practically, merong dalawang pamana, no? Lalong-lalo na sa ating mga Pilipino. Merong pamana na mabuti, which is like lupa, property, pera, business. Tapos meron ding pamanang masama, which is utang, no? Generational debt. Well, here's the thing. Ganon din po yung nangyayari. Hindi lamang sa pamana sa pamilya, kundi sa iba't ibang aspeto ng buhay. Pamana sa paniniwala, sa faith. Pamana sa beliefs. Pamana sa customs. Pamana sa attitude. Pamana sa behavior. Lahat ito ay nakaka-apekto sa future generations. So kung gusto mo na yung future generation mo ay maging successful in all aspects of your life, then kailangan ikaw yung maging modelo. Kung gusto mo maging successful yung future generations mo financially, then give them a platform to do so. Kung gusto mo maging emotionally successful and relationship successful, spiritually successful yung future generation, then ngayon pa lang simulan mo na. Manampalataya ka sa Panginoon, sundin mo yung kanyang utos, at ipalaganap mo yun sa iba't ibang tao. In that way, maano mo na lahat mahihit mo na yung lahat. Kasi ganito yan, kapag nakikinig at sumusunod ka sa Panginoon, and inuuna mo siya, all will follow through. Yung success sa financial, sa relationship, sa behavior, sa emotional, lahat yan. Pasok. So, a covenantal relationship requires covenantal faithfulness. Kung gusto mo ng mabuting relasyon sa Panginoon, then kailangan mo na mabuting pagsunod. So consider the generational effects of your decisions. Kung ano man yung iyong gagawin, kahit gaano kaliit, tatandaan mo na ito ay hindi lamang para sa iyo, kundi para sa mga taong nasa paligid mo at para sa mga taong susunod pa sa iyo. And remember that what we tolerate today can become tomorrow's norm. Halimbawa, nasanay na tayong magpuyat. Nasanay na tayong magsinungaling. Then, kinabukasan, gagawin natin ulit yon. And it becomes this endless cycle wherein we continue to sin until we become numb and do it out of habit. So, build a strong family foundation by being faithful to God and avoid those habits that harm us. And be a model to the future generations. Yun lamang po ang aking daily devotion. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Pagpalain po tayong lahat, and let us all give glory to God.